gentlemen, welcome back to DK64Randomizer.com. Got a Season 4 weekly for you. We are back from GDQ. We got Bonanza on the mind, but we're so back for some good old-fashioned Donkey Kong 64 Randomizer. Amen. It's gonna be a good one for you. I am Larock. I'll be on the mic for tonight, and I'm joined by one Mr. Rippy. How you doing, Chief?
Doing well. How about you?
Doing great.
Can't imagine spending anywhere else on a Friday night except for playing the #1 3D Donkey Kong platformer on Twitch right now.
It's true. It's true. #1. Just the best.
Absolutely. There's definitely nothing else that would be causing quite the bonanza on Twitch right now.
Nothing else comes to mind.
All right, and I think this is the part where I get tased for making too many puns. So let's go ahead and analyze what our start is for our players.
We've got in one corner one Mumbo token, absolute beast. In the other corner, one Barrie95, another absolute monster. These guys are regulars, and boy howdy, they know what they're doing. They're fast.
Very high seeds every time that we do our bracket.
Every time. Right at the start, though, Rocket is great. You pretty much you need Rocket a lot of the time in these seeds between Helm and K. Rool. Twirl is pretty nice to have with Tiny, too.
Interesting Strong Kong start as well. That's definitely going to be a bit of a sandbag for our players. That's
take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Not incredible. And we are missing Funky, so we gotta go hunt that guy down. But nevertheless, we'll see how the rest of this goes. We are just about ready to go, as the lobby is nearly ready to go, so we will send them off. We are ready.
I would like to also just make a quick statement right at the beginning. There may or may not have been a very exciting game that had come out recently that people are playing. We're not discussing it in the chat. We are not discussing spoilers, events, or things that may or may not occur or have not occurred in the game. No fake spoilers, no real spoilers, none of that nonsense.
Exciting times, but it's been 2 days, so we can rein it in. In the meantime, though, it's going to be 2 seconds as bang, they go! That might have been the worst segue of all time, I think. I struggle to think of a worse one.
Well, that said, our players are doing their usual chores right at the beginning. Pretty best start as opposed to worst segue.
I didn't even see what was in the feather cage, but
from the jump. Holy smokes.
Barry resets so fast, but Mumbo is just gonna have to Mumbo gets to just turn around because he reacted to it.
Barry's got the #1. I love that. Immediately resetting, respawning on aisles, and just tagging and going right back. Oh, hey, look, it's a crown. Someone told me that casinos aren't real.
The people have been saying that. Wow.
I don't believe him.
And Mumbo hates it so much he didn't even pick it up. He got around the corner in time. Weird. What do we got here? Lanky can be found by Diddy and Aztec. Interesting. We have Diddy and we have Rocket, and that's probably one of the best moves for Aztec. And we have Aztec. Well, that makes things simple. And we can get in. All right. A very small camera hint. So that's
Kongs.
Tiny K. Rool and Kongs, and we already know why it's to Tiny K. Rool because it just got us Feather. So that's not a terribly useful camera this seed, it seems like. It might get us, I can't see how a camera interacts with Diddy checks and Aztec, but it might get us one of the other 2 Kongs.
Might it get us into... Doesn't it get us into Llama Temple?
There was a fairy in the Llama Temple, but that's not a Diddy check, so it's probably not really...
Well, I'm saying that it would open... if we triggered these switches to get in. That's one of the weapons to get inside. That's just me really going about 8 levels deep. And the Vulture has nothing up its butt.
I see what you mean. Well, there's no Diddy checks in the Llama Temple either, so it kind of is moot.
I tried.
Yeah. It's quite the flight for Barry. The Vulture didn't have anything, so he's wrapping around to get the hint door with Rocket Barrel, which I can kind of get behind.
I like it.
Get the tiny bananas, too. Maybe we're going in the...
Isles Chunky Triangle Pad. Okay.
I missed the 5-warp hint, but... Barrels and triangle for that guy is quite a lot. Even some lobbies to key 3, so that's probably our key 3 location.
Funky is in Castle. Good for us.
Alright, keep an eye out for any hints that point to Castle.
Well, Castle with Rocket Barrel is infinitely better, in my opinion, than without it. You just get to jump to the top and then work your way down, as opposed to having to fall and then cry and cry again.
Feather actually does get us in a tiny temple. It actually could be the free tiny item. That is entirely possible if that's where Lanky is. I mean, shoot, we could have a Kong. We could have a Kong in a cage at that point, but that would
go on.
That would solve the camera like 10 minutes into a seed, which is crazy. I don't know. I think it's more likely the camera is involved with other Kongs because the camera is just kind of a good move. Or Feather is involved with a Kong more directly than Tiny Temple.
We could have the broken skeleton of our Kongs flying around in a fairy.
If it is a Kong in a cage, it wouldn't be Feather on the path to the Kong, so it actually wouldn't explain the camera, so you'd have to look elsewhere. But you know what? Let's just put a Kong in a cage anyway, because we're out here.
Funny.
Funny indeed. Approximately a 1% chance. It's very, very low odds. They do their due diligence in picking up fairies. You need a lot of them for BFI, so it's a little bit dangerous to just leave them lying around. Especially when they're just like right there. Like you may as well pick it up and get things going.
Starting with Tiny as well is absolutely kind of gives me the inclination that BFI is going to be at the very least worth looking at, sticking your head in, as it were.
So the hint we blinked through was Galleon, Cranky, Chunky. We have Cranky, so that's not too big a deal. We don't have Chunky, but that's a pretty
we don't know where Galleon is.
Pretty easy spot to get to once we get the Galleon, so that's just something you just kind of put it on the pad of paper and we shall return. Alright, here's a question for you. Can we get Aztec Diddy Metal right now? No, it always requires Peanut, as it turns out, logically. So we kind of hope Lanky isn't there. Where do we want Lanky, though? I guess the free tiny item is like the best spot right now.
It would still require Feather. Not Feather. It would still require Peanuts to get there, though, and diving.
Not with free trade. Free trade makes that spot really weird. But you're right on diving. So I guess, yeah, there's nowhere really good for Lanky anymore, huh? I guess we kind of need Peanut now.
It's only bad and worse.
If it's not the Vulture, because it can't be the Casplaya because it would hint differently. So yeah, we just kind of need it to be... I guess it could be on... No, they'd be bought in Aztec if you were at the shop. I mean, it could be on the boss in like a disaster scenario, but let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
That would be foul.
I love seeing Aztec early because you guarantee get all your hints. Okay, that's a punch hint. It is the Galleon Battle Arena is hinted.
So, Chunky seems kind of important.
He's certainly doing some things. He's picking up boulders with relative ease and then punching grates.
With it's such a breeze. That's definitely the lyric.
Yeah,
right?
it didn't quite come together. I had something cooking, but then it just kind of like exploded halfway through the sentence. That's really...
I appreciate your restraint.
I'm struggling here. Rough outing today. That's tragic. We're looking for a Diddy check in Aztec for Lanky, and I don't think we're going to get it on our first pass. Unless you can like do some Tiny Temple stuff out of logic. Let's see. Mumbo's running in here with... He's going to be going in with like 43? Is there enough in Tiny Temple to get to 50?
There's a 3 on the Switch, and then you need... I don't know if you can do a YOLO jump in order to get to one of the floating bunches.
I'm pretty sure you can steal one of them. I'm pretty confident you can steal one. I don't think you can steal 2. And that's what they need. I think that's a little too much to ask. So I think we're going to be a little bit short here.
$1 short.
Yeah, wait, $1 short. Oh, Mumbo's trying to look at the boss. Like, maybe he's here.
Go on.
We certainly have enough to get in.
Hold. This is a Diddy check.
No, it would be hinted as like held. It would be hinted as held by a Kasplat if it's on the Kasplat, but the boss could be a Diddy check.
Oh, well.
Can we walk out of here with Lanky? If we walk out of here with Lanky, it'd be great because look at that, he's got a potion on Candy right now. That would be nice. I don't think we have any money for Lanky, but that could be a problem to resolve. It's a chunky check. All right, goodbye. We're out of here.
Tragic.
And it's garbage. All right, double whammy. See ya. Yeah, Barry's not tempted. He's out of here. Now, first look at the training grounds. What we're really getting out of here is a look at Cranky here, and I guess we have some amount of money for these two Kongs to get going. They have the GBs necessary to get into Japes. Japes only costing 3 GBs to get in.
James also has so many low-level checks. Oop, that's a potion on Cranky on the inside.
It's a second lanky potion, though, so we would love to see some, like, rainbow coins or something get going here. Mumbo still wants to go inside Tiny Temple. I think he might be thinking he might be able to steal it. Oh, you know what? With Twirl, you might actually be able to steal it. It's going to be really slow, but...
What, some tag anywhere nonsense?
Yeah, so you would, like, twirl basically on top of the bunch and then tag to Diddy, and you'd pick up the bunch, functionally. I'm pretty sure you can steal the first one with minimal effort, but...
I need Spike and a boulder.
Oh, you only needed one. Alright, I guess I thought I needed two, but if you only needed one, that was probably worth doing then. But it is not the metal, so...
it did not pay off in that case, which is unfortunate.
So now we're probably just, like, definitely looking for peanuts, I guess. I mean, it could be.
No, we could be looking for charge in order to get to the top of the tower, which I think would be funnier. I mean, because that would also encourage people to look at Wheel Race.
Peanuts, charge, or diving. Any of those three could potentially turn into Lanky. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Not too long a wait for that crown for Barry, he decides. Fair enough.
I'd argue it's worth it.
Gives you some time to think about stuff too, which is always nice. I kind of like the crowns as a little breather.
Good checkpoint, as it were.
It's a non-stop. It's just absolute non-stop action in DK64Randomizer.com, and we got a Helm order right there.
If I read that correctly, that's Chunky and Diddy.
Chunky Diddy, which does mean that Rocket Barrel will be past the key guaranteed, so we can kind of.
All right,
very happy to see them. Ooh, Japes
CBs have to 1.
Key 1 indeed.
There's peanut pop guns.
There's our peanut. All right, we're chilling. Life is good. You probably want to make sure you're walking out here with Diddy's medal because you might get key 1. That's probably our first key. And then maybe you start checking other levels. Maybe go try and scoop up Lanky. It's not a guarantee. You get access to, I think, 1 check in the 5-door temple, but I guess logically the medal turns up.
Yeah, that's a pretty low sphere check. I would argue that that's pretty worth a darn in order to do.
Tough to say. Easy. And then the question becomes, how much do you need Lanky right now? And I mean, he buys
2 potions. There's a good argument for prioritizing that, though.
That's pretty good.
Look, it's a potion.
Just keep the potions pouring in, lads. Let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's an absolute beast of a potion, too. Coconut Shooter. However, your hillside hints are not horrible because I got both coconut and peanut, and those are not... those 2 guns do not suck. So, good luck trying to unpack a hillside hint.
Yeah, we're looking with a lot of... Aztec Candy Lanky is Way of the Horde.
That potion that we saw in Aztec is Way of the Horde. What do you know? So we do need Lanky. Real bad. I mean, we probably needed him anyway, but... now we know. It's a matter of time, I suppose.
Man, the crowns are just really rubbing it in my face today. It's just all there, invisible.
Is that 2 or... I think that's number 2, maybe number 3?
I think we're at 3 at this point.
Son of a gun. I've heard tell from the players that it's actually fairies that have been pouring in on the regular for whatever reason.
Interesting. When
I guess
rains, it pours, I guess.
Today it's Crown's turn, I suppose.
Clearing up some of our straightforward checks in Japes.
Just a standard Japes loop. You'll love to see it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, this is worth it, I think. This is easy enough.
Oh, absolutely. Well done. This is real nice. What you got for us, Cranky? Take it to the fridge.
Going.
No. He's got
randomness.
Actually nothing. Awesome. Great. Amazing. Fantastic. I mean,
we've got an indoor check back here in the tunnel alcove.
We did get some pretty spectacular value out of Japes. I mean, 2 really good guns. 100%. I'm not gonna complain. We're probably gonna get key 1 out of this too if the Diddy check has any luck. Presumably it's the Diddy metal. I don't think it's gonna. It's pretty unlikely to be the tiny metal. We can't get the tiny metal right now because it logically needs coconut.
Shocked I would be if that was the case.
Coconut, or it logically needs a usable coconut, or mini, I think, would get you the metal. So, I think we are not getting Tiny's metal yet.
Speaking of fairies, though. Nothing and nothing.
Depending on how their CB routing might end up. Okay, it looks like neither of them are getting the metal immediately. They're gonna have to do some more digging.
Welcome to bonus stage.
It's fairy number 2, so on the road to 6. Barry is not a fan of that minigame. Not having it. I think Barry's got his CBs sorted out such that he's getting the metal here at the start, which is good.
I wonder if it's worth getting the boss here, or at least peeking the boss.
I think that's a reach. I don't know.
It did say colored bananas, and that does unfortunately include. Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
James Hillside, path to 1-8 and 3 comms.
That makes me feel good about getting Lanky and Aztec, and then putting Peanut in that spot. But it could just be Coconut, which is kind of horrible.
It can't be Coconut, and the reason it can't be Coconut is because we just used Peanuts to get Diddy's medal here, which got us key 1.
Oh, it was key 1. Perfect.
Yes.
Excellent. So that is almost certainly, or okay, that's just 100% Peanut, which is good. That's really good that we can clear that up really quickly, because if you got a bunch of Hillside hints, then things get all over the place.
For as much as I love Japes very early on, finding out that something in Hillside is on the path to everything, including my next lunch, is kind of a problem, because there's usually 2 or 3 things that are worth a darn there.
Hillside loves giving you the free stuff in front of Diddy's cage, which is all sorts of nice, but I will not complain about getting the goods here. Now, Barry didn't even have the hint that key 1 would be on a medal here. He just happened to get it and then finish his trip there, which is, you know, just good planning in general, right? You're probably just gonna end up getting this medal regardless of whether or not it gets hinted. Maybe it would make you reach for, like, Tiny's medal a little bit harder, but nevertheless, we're doing alright. And knowing that Peanut gets you Kongs, you're pretty much locked into going back to Aztec to scoop up Lanky here, especially because you know there's a Way of the Horde potion waiting for you. It's value all the way down.
And then there's also that other potion in Isles. Yeah, it's just, you would be foolish not to take the time to do this.
Your odds are excellent, I think. It's possible that Barry tries to fish for a medal first, but Mumbo knows that the medal is nothing, so he can just go straight to the 5-door temple. It doesn't have to be here for what it's worth. We don't know how expensive level 2 is, and we may have to go into level 2. It's just, and Peanut could get you a different Kong. There's enough ambiguity here that it doesn't have to be, but this feels pretty good. This is a good,
You'd be hard-pressed not to prioritize this, or at the very least think that this will pay off.
This is a good, 70-80% play, and there it is, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, look, now it's 1,000. Now we have a Kong.
Alright.
Just that Kong right there that everyone loves to mention. Tudos' favorite Kong in the entire planet.
One lobster. And with money to spare, here we go. Mumbo just basically running at piles of money and then going to go buy some stuff. He has not seen the training grounds. He has not seen there's a potion there. But this is the hinted one, so we scoop up the goods.
Trombone Tremor.
I mean, that's good, but what do we need it for? We don't know.
Way too early to even begin to guess on that one.
It's not Helm. We know it's not Helm, but it could be K. Rool. And
well, I mean, we know it's not on Helm Path. I could be speaking that evil into the world, but we know that it is not on the path to completing Helm.
Not necessarily, could be, but it's not needed for a Helm room.
Cabins area path to 5.
Presumably that's just like a splat, I feel like. I mean, it could be the sprint cabin, but that would take a serious confluence of events. It could be bongos and then DK turns up or something. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about just pulling key 5 off the splat and call it a day. A little French vanilla spawn point, very cool. Break out your standard caves opener. With Rocket Barrel, though, you can just kind of break caves wide open and route whatever you want.
So much faster and easier with Rocket Barrel. All right, Funky doesn't really have a whole heck of a lot here.
That is a vanilla trombone. You're totally right. That's crazy. That's really funny.
Huh. Wouldn't you know it?
Is this even randomized? We got...
Level 1 was Japes. We got a vanilla trombone. Is this even random?
People have been asking, is this even randomized? Barry opting for the center first. Mumbo opting for the cabin side. As far as I can tell, there's no real big difference between. I think they're going to both do the same stuff. No muss, no fuss. Tomato's got a blueprint. Not good enough to stick around for. That guy's kind of slow.
I don't think there's any difference in between these two different diverging paths.
Oh, we're getting a beetle race check. Here we go.
Go on.
Now this is a check. This is a check with some chest hair.
I'd probably end up prioritizing cabins just because they know there's something there, even though it's very unlikely I'll get it. But it's just a coin toss, really. You're still gonna wind up back there anyway.
Yeah, the beetle's got nothing for us. Whatever. What are we even?
Tragic.
What are we even playing for? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Key 5.
No fun. Zone.
Key 5 on that gets splat. Nice and simple.
Oh, hey.
No need to panic. Very clean motion to the top of that cabin. Backflip up. Make sure you slide off, and then hop back up.
That is very frustrating to do for, at the very least, me.
Well, there's your key 4, just in one of these shops that we haven't seen yet. So either Candy or Cranky has it, and good thing we have both of them.
Apes Forest Lobby, path to 7, and we have gotten nothing from the area quite yet. Is that?
There's a key there, but unfortunately DK buys that key on Candy, so we are not getting our key 4. Not so quickly.
Not that early, anyway.
Good to know. Oh, tree sniping is horrible.
Foul.
That requires
Absolutely.
a whole bunch of garbage. Blast,
Foul.
blast, and you actually need sniper for that guy. We've got the coconut already, which is good, but that one kind of stings. Tree sniping, also a check with some chest hair. That'll make you work for it, that's for sure. We all love our late game blast courses. Ugh. Seed from the other night, you needed both the sniping and the fairy. All right, that
was pretty gnarly.
Logical nightmare right there. There's a lot to unpack there, but hopefully we don't have to worry about the fairy too much. That one gets weird. Our camera isn't particularly strongly hinted, so it's hinted pretty weakly, so I'm not really thinking we need to worry too much about that. What do we think? Can we put anything on that? I don't think we could put anything on tree sniping yet. Like, we can't, like, project any item there because we just don't have enough information yet.
Yeah, it's
camera is only hinted
too
to
ambiguous right now.
Camera is only hinted to Tiny K. Rool and Kongs, and we already got Feather, like, instantly off of camera at the start of the seed. So it's basically solved, almost. We don't know what Kong it's gonna get us, but it's like, that camera is not getting you any keys. It's probably getting you one Kong, at best. Maybe 2, if you're feeling lucky. And those are our only 2 potions in the hillside. Missed that hint. So our coconut and peanut are our only 2 things out of the hillside, and one of them is already path hinted, so we're kind of cruising. Speaking of cruising, we need that.
Yeah, we did.
Barrel throwing out of the igloo area.
It doesn't really get a whole lot, as it were, right? Like, at this moment. Also, barrel throwing isn't explicitly on any of our known checks or helm.
It is known to be needed for the triangle pattern aisles, so we do know we need barrel.
I apologize.
And it's
I meant
possible,
in terms of endgame.
And it's
like,
possible,
we don't have anything.
Right. With that trombone way the horde hinted, it's possible we have a lanky face solved already. We don't know if a lanky face is involved yet. Given how easy those 2 items were to find, it's entirely possible. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, wow. What is going on here? Oh, boy. Bongos. Bongos. We are out of Logic Bongo's balloon. in Lanky's 5-door igloo for bongos. That's a nice check here. It's the kind of thing you, like, try and end your trip with. But I guess Barry hasn't checked the cabin side yet, so he's got to go scoop up his key 5. Now, unfortunately, without Funky, Barry is discovering that he has no ammo. He's spent his bullets. He was down to 1 bullet there.
Absolutely tragic.
You gotta be a little careful. The shopkeeper you're missing could sometimes impact your resources. If you don't have regular cranky trips, you might find yourself low on crystal coconuts. Same with funky trips. You might find yourself low on ammo if you are a little hasty with your shots. I mean, Mumbo's certainly not high on ammo either at 12 bullets. We make do, though. Of course, they're just kind of retrading the same checks. Kind of has to be done. You really don't want to leave any of this stuff behind, so...
No, and even though we know what it is for one person, we don't necessarily know, or the other person doesn't necessarily know. The diverging paths once again cross.
Right, Mumbo's about to scoop up 2 pretty good items here. And Barry's about to scoop up pretty important key here. And the knowledge of where key 4 is. Just all sorts of value to be had from here. What do you suppose our next level is? We've got key 5, so now we can look at level 6 and 7. I mean, I don't even care what level it is.
Castle has to pop up pretty soon, right?
I don't even know. I don't really care what level you get. I just want to see the Kong hint. I want to know where DK is. I want to know where Chunky is, because Chunky is looking to be pretty important. And I guess you're going to start thinking about what fairy Chunky or DK could be related to. Oh, jeez. 6 bullets in a dream, and there you go. Balloon down. Nice shot from Barry. Gotta be real careful with that ammo.
Now we're figuring out what our helm access is. And for those who haven't really had the chance to sit down and look at that's B-Blast. For those who haven't had the chance to sit down and really consume a lot of Season 4 yet, we have Helm Switch Sanity on, but we also have the Warp pre-tagged there, which means that access to the top of K. Rool Isle is one of 3 different moves, and the second move to get into Helm is kind of just a wash. There's a couple other changes as well in terms of the barriers, but the most important for our observations is going to be knowing that we need B-Blast to get into Helm. And we also just got Key 7 there in the Galleon lobby.
Key 7 just falling out of nowhere. And we got our Tiny hint, so we got everything I wanted. But unfortunately, we got our Chunky hint. Tiny in caves. That's not great. We don't really have a lot for that. Caves, Tiny Metal, I don't think is doable as of yet.
Not yet, no. We need to open up something with Tiny. We need Sax for that.
Yeah, we need Sax, pretty much.
Or Mini Monkey.
A monster hint there. I blinked. Cave's Tiny Metal logic, it's just Sax at this point. Because we have Feather, it's just Sax. Because if it were to be Chunky, Chunky locks all the other paths. Monster hint, so it's an Igloo. Oh, wow. So this might be it's probably barrels. It looks like Igloo to 3, 8, and Lanky K. Rool. So, yeah, that's just barrels for sure.
That's just barrels.
Maybe you could put key 3 on like the triangle pad, maybe? If you get triangle out of Cave's Home Lobby somewhere. It's a possibility. Wow, Mumbo just like going all in on this finding Chunky moment. Because if this could be like a Mad Jack for Chunky here, which would be kind of crazy. But Barry knows there's a potion here back on the training ground, so he's gonna scoop this bad boy up. What do we got? Ho-ho! Speak of the devil and it shall appear. We'll take our saxophone.
Saxophone slam.
That's a very good pickup for Barry. Because that almost certainly gets you Chunky. It's not on the boss. The boss is a Chunky boss. And it's a crown. That's just a...
Consarn it.
That's a... Not great. I'll tell you what. Not ideal. Mumbo has been baited by hints. Hey, you might want to go check the training ground. Nah, you got this. You're fine.
You're fine.
No
problem.
He's
That's
good.
a potion on a dirt pad.
I think that was a potion there, yeah. And, all right, if you're seeing it too, then I'm not crazy. So that's the Caves Lobby dirt. It's a potion.
Yeah, under 6.
So there's our igloo hint. Or there's our, that's the igloo hint for Barry, but then he's also got to go scoop up his tiny hint. When he gets that in Galleon Lobby, I think he's going to run straight back to Caves, because that's just really, really good info. You can get the medal, you can get the, you can get our igloo.
The fairy that's there.
The fairy won't have Chunky, but maybe it has DK. The camera locks DK, maybe. That'd be kind of crazy. Could you imagine 2 Kongs in the same igloo? That'd be wild. Ooh, but Mumbo has enough to get in a factory, and he's opting to go in there. 16 GBs is just enough. That may not pan out for him in the long run, depending on what Barry does, because I feel like going to Caves here makes a lot of sense.
Having saxophone really does push me in that direction.
And sure enough, off he goes. I kind of want to see what's on the lava, because there's a possibility that your Caves Helm lobby item sort of solves your key 3. If you see like a green potion there, you got to be feeling pretty good about that. Grab and R&D is very funny. That's like exactly what we want to see grab, but we don't have DK, so tragic. Well, okay, so Donkey is somewhere completely different. But, because Splats and Castle are, like, really easy to get to, except for the one that's Donkey locked, so I think we can just get Donkey if we find Castle. So, and we haven't seen Castle yet, which means it is either level 4 diving locked or level 5 key 4 locked, but it can't be that, so he's diving locked. Cool. Because DK buys key 4, so. Creme Isle, key 3, key 8. Interesting. Anything to do with barrels and Creme Isle? Oh, there sure is. Wouldn't you know it? There's exactly one spot.
It's crazy how that worked.
Oh, nice. I want to see what's on Snide's Battle Arena now. I want to see that real bad. It is not Tiny's Igloo, but Barry's not deterred. We have 7 bullets and a dream to get Tiny's medal here. Oh boy.
Get there eventually, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, scoop up every one of those crates. Oh, he's a braver man than I. Or maybe he's going out.
No. He got the fairy, and the fairy had the BFI's blessing in order to refill everything.
You're right. You're so right. That is very convenient. So he's got plenty of ammo to shoot like 2 more balloons. I think he'll need. Maybe there's like an outside chance he can clear Tiny's cabin. There's an outside chance. I mean, it's. Your odds aren't great. I think it's like 1 in like 3. Oh, okay. Those are pretty good odds. I think it's like 1 in like 5 or so. Somebody ran the math at some point, I think. The odds that you don't have a purple claptrap in this room are like not high, but reasonable. You're coming in here anyway to get the balloon, so maybe you just get lucky and skip oranges randomly. Not today.
Swing and a miss.
What? Swing and a hit. That's chunky. Big find.
And since we have barrels, does that... Okay, I'm seeing this, yeah.
Now we can... Well, you can't do this. We don't have triangle, but we can do the Creme Isle thing. But he doesn't have the hint yet. He's got to go into factory to get this hint. But he just hit 16 GBs. Oh, it's just... Everything is just coming at Barry right now. This is perfect.
Oh man, he can spawn the rocket barrel, and then once we get key 4 to get to World 5, he can take the rocket barrel to do the bonus barrel on the top of DK Isle.
Is that going to be anything, though? I'm not really
Who knows? Sure. It's in logic, and we also just kind of have everything, so it's at the very least worth checking.
Okay, I just realized something. So
go on.
Triangle is on the path to key 8 because it's a Helm room, and it's Way of the Horde hinted, or it's needed for a Way of the Horde check, which kind of makes me think that key 3 is going to be on that pad. But wait, no, that doesn't make sense. It can't be key 3.
No, because if it's exclusive, then it's exclusive. Yeah.
So it has to be Blast then, and then you put key 3 on tree sniping, and then Caves Helm Lobby has sniper. I think I've cracked it. That fits really well in my head.
It makes perfect sense as long as you don't think about it.
Yeah, so I'm just not going to think about it. I love that.
Exactly. You'll be fine.
That's such great advice, man.
Try my best here.
Whatever. But I have to call my shot like half hour in advance so that I look smarter. So you know how it goes. Because that's the most important thing. The most important thing is that I look like a genius on stream, right? Is it something we all aspire to do? Am I right? Am I right?
I mean, you're asking the wrong person in terms of looking smart on stream. I have a counter whenever I stream DK64 Randomizer about how many times this game trolls me. So.
Oh dear. Well, then that means you're smarter. That means you're smarter in the game, and then the game is being dumb, right? That's.
I mean,
you're playing chess.
Denial is the first step. First step's admit you have a problem. So.
Oh man. Oh man.
Denial is a river that runs through Egypt. I combined like 3 of those sayings there, but it doesn't matter. I got there. Speaking of not thinking about it, we're going to a shop to get some more gold bananas.
Okay, so another note. I'm pretty sure that feather is logically on the path to Chunky, so I think we're good on the camera hint. I think our camera is done. Foolish factory shops. They sure look foolish to me, given the lay of the land.
Yeah, nothing there. Definitely not one of my more favorite hints to receive. A shop being foolish.
Yeah, you're looking at those shops pretty much no matter what.
So that's interesting, because there was a pearl available for purchase in the shop. That means, as the Lord of Logic, you can confirm this, that the mermaid is not going to be anything.
The mermaid is indeed dead. Son of a gun. Not to say you would never do it. It could be like a useful, conveniently placed GB in your routing, but like that would probably take a miracle, so unlucky.
That's like 2 full minutes of like work in order to get that one.
Womp womp.
Anyone had their sights set on that orb? No orb there.
To elaborate on the cave's tiny metal a little bit, it actually has to be feather locked, feather and sax locked, because all other paths need you to have Hunky Chunky to break open the large boulder igloo and like monkey port up to the top. Every other path to that metal needs that, so otherwise it is always feather, always sax, and then one of rocket or mini, and we started with rocket, so there's our path forward. Nice and easy. You know, Mumbo, there's like something really good you could be doing right now that like solve all your problems, but that's alright, you can just dump some blueprints, I guess. Where are we going?
I believe in them.
Yeah. Yes, sir. This is the danger of skipping training grounds, is that it's really easy to forget it. It's so easy to forget it.
It's seriously unfortunate every time people go, oh, I don't have Shockwave. I'm not going to go into training grounds until I have the opportunity to go get all of the checks that are inside there.
On top of that,
every single time.
You might think you have checked it too, because it's something that a lot of the time you do at the start of a seed. Especially in Season 3, but in Season 4, not so much, so it can slip the mind really fast. It's crazy. But Barry's in smooth sailing mode right now. Wow, it kind of looked like when Mumbo came out of that portal, he turned into an orange. That'd be...
Not that lucky.
That'd be quite the cosmetic shuffle. Don't start asking for that either. I'm sure it's like technically insane.
Hey, Larock, I got a question for you.
I have to put that out there.
More of a suggestion than anything else.
Cease. Be gone. Look, I'm playing interference for Blam. He doesn't need that. You'll take your Disco Chunky and you'll like it. All right. I suppose because of the Kong assumption, it isn't necessarily excluded, but for all practical purposes, it's very likely that Sax is just simply on the path of that cave's tiny metal, because all it would need is for Sax or Feather, or no, all it needs is for Camera or Feather to lock one of Hunky, Monkey Port, Hunky Monkey Porter barrels. It doesn't want barrels. Okay, maybe it's not that crazy. That said, we kind of know where DK is. DK is just on one of the 4 easy-to-get-to Kasplatin Castle. So, I think we can pretty comfortably pencil that in. So I guess if we're looking for, like, hunky lateness seed, we can just, like, start looking at camera stuff, I guess. But I don't think that's likely because camera got hinted to so few stuff. It just doesn't really pan out. Basically, it's the only way to explain the hint, so I'm pretty comfortable just accepting that at face value and not really thinking too much about it. Because we
Stop thinking about it.
We don't think about things here. No, we don't. Nope. Brain off, collect banana.
Exactly. This is why we're playing the only 3D Donkey Kong platformer on Twitch right now, right?
The only one. The only
one. Definitely nothing else. Finishing up some of our Galleon chores here. It's always unfortunate to come to Galleon and you don't have diving.
Oh, it's rare that I actually gonna make predictions about runners, but I already know. I do know exactly what Mumbo is gonna say when he gets to the training grounds. He's gonna run into the training grounds, buy the sacks, and then he's gonna go cringe, and then carry on his day. I can see it. That's like 100%er. And if he watches this one back, he knows I have him dead to rights.
Tisk tisk.
But no diving in Galleon means
the very obvious.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
That answers that question.
I mean, his Galleon trip was super short, so he's like kind of out of stuff to do. So now's your time to go check training grounds.
Triangle was the Battle Arena by Snides award.
Yep, sure was. That fits perfectly. Guess who called that one? It was me.
I'm going to assume it's you.
It was me. I called that one. Which puts Blast on the triangle pad in Isles, and then you get Sniper in the Caves on Lobby somewhere, and then you get Key 3 on Tree Sniping. Shazam. And then is that the seed solved? That's kind of crazy. We don't even know our 3rd K Rool phase yet. It could be Diddy, or no, it can't be Diddy. It can't be DK, so it actually has to be Chunky then, which is really awkward because we have nothing for Chunky. That's Balloon. Oh, fiddlesticks. No, my theory. No.
See, if we were on my stream right now, this is the part where I would be incrementing the counter where the game made a monkey out of me.
Well, this is all well and good because we know we got bongos off of Balloon, which is still excellent. So there's still some information to be gained there.
Okay, yeah, actually I don't hate that. So we can make the argument at this point that bongos is on the path to 3 and 8. But then follow up, why?
Not my problem. Is their problem. I guess it kind of is my problem, huh? I guess I do kind of gotta respect it and figure it out. And the other thing that I'm a little freaking out about right now is where the heck is diving? I don't know if we're gonna get a hint for diving. Like, at this point, we're kind of running out of daylight here. I suppose we have a bunch of Chunky checks. We could take Chunky back to, like, Aztec to get nothing. Never mind. Take Chunky back to, like, Japes to get nothing. Never mind. Yeah, you can't really do much with Chunky, huh? Alright, well.
Well, you can purchase that potion.
Ah, there we go, potion. I didn't even see the potion in Galleon. Thank you. And it's a really good one. Oh, it's Way of the Horde. That's why it's so good. I kind of forgot about this one. Excellent. He's giving you a potion that you need to then immediately use underneath his shack. What a nice guy.
Wow, that's crazy. How does that work?
Well, you just jump down and press Z and then press B and you punch that open and shazam, you get an arena for another Way of the Horde item. Love to see it. Mumbo working his way towards 50 and takes a dive. That's alright.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
And there's your Chunky, and... What does he do now? This is a little bit awkward. He probably takes it to Galleon to scoop up the Way of the Horde potion. I feel like he has enough info to know that that's his best play. And it's not like he's behind right now. He still has more GBs than Barrie, actually. He's 31 plus 1 blueprint to Barrie's 28 plus 2 blueprints. So he's plus
Barrie
2.
Also has Triangle on Mumbo, which I think is going to be very big.
I think the hints point you to triangle really hard, so I don't think Mumbo's gonna have too many problems with that one. If he follows up on that, it's just that this is the first thing he chose to do of the stuff. And
Hold
here,
potion.
Is this diving?
Hold.
This better be diving.
Hold. Hold.
Please.
No, it's sniping. Please be sniping. Oh.
Alright. Keeping it simple. Thank you, diving. Hello. Welcome back. Alright. Oh, now do you keep clearing with diving or you go to castle? I kind of want to go to castle. We know castle to be level 4. It has to be there. And you know you're going to get DK when you go to castle. Because of the 4 Kasplats, you can 100% reach all of them, right?
Counterpoint. You have Baboon Balloon, which you know is on the path to 3 and 8, I believe. And we have diving now. And we have access to the treasure. So, now hear me out.
That's 1 check. That's not too bad, though. You're right.
And we're also in the same level, so I don't think you're losing a lot of time by just taking the extra minute and a half to do this.
Okay, you just described it as a minute and a half for 1 check. That is like an eternity to these people, I tell you. If they jump in a bonus barrel and it's a bonus game that's like longer than 30 seconds, they don't do it. It's just, they've crunched it out. I don't know what the exact time frame they do is, or maybe it's just vibes based, but they are not out here to spend a minute and a half on like a maybe check. I don't hate it, but man, I really wish diving were path hinted. That would help a lot. Oh, I guess you get a bunch of hints out here too, so maybe you do stick around. Alright, like Lanky Mausoleum, which requires a bucket list of stuff.
Oh, brother.
That needs grape, sprint, and vines, none of which we have. That kind of sucks. Maybe that's where our key 3 is.
We solved this seed.
Ouch. Jeez. You know, I said we might be looking for Hunky Chunky. There's a world where... No, I can't... Nah, I can't place it. Never mind. Nah, there's no way.
I hear the motor churning and making some noises and rattling around over there because you're thinking about it. And you know what we don't do when we're here?
You're right. I should stop thinking. I'm thinking about the cave's tiny metal. I'm thinking about the cave's tiny metal and how that like fits in with camera, implying that Sax is on the path to that metal, which means Sax would lock like both of Hunky and Monkey Port, but that doesn't really... That doesn't fit in my head. Because if we need Hunky for Chunky K roll like we think we do, then we are beefed, if you will. It's brick. Alright, so Mumbo gets punch, he gets diving, now he's going to pick up triangle, and he's basically going to catch up all the items that Barry had. And we're back to maybe a break even. Things panned out better for Barry, so I think he has like a tiny lead here, but it definitely is not a given. Oh, and you get a Beaver Bother here. This is some good stuff. Does he do the Beaver Bother? He does. Okay, Mumbo's an absolute gamer if he's willing to do this.
Oh.
It's the easy one. It's the easiest one, that's for sure. Only 1 gold beaver is a little unlucky, but...
I mean... Sure, but...
Beaver Bother, it's not so bad. We fixed it. We fixed it, right? It's not so bad.
Right? No, I believe you.
Look, there's been a lot of Beaver Bother discourse over the days, as you know, no new 3D Donkey Kong game has made people think about 3D Donkey Kong games.
Nope.
No, this has not happened, but yet somehow there's still been so much Beaver Bother discourse for some unknown reason. It's not so bad, I promise. Look at that, Mumbo just smashed that in under 30 seconds.
Anyway, just to reconfirm, Llama Temple is dead, so rip people who wanted to see the llama. And also any ideas that we had before, which were all subsequently resolved. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie, those ideas were all kind of fried, so...
Yeah, we tried.
We tried.
It was early enough when there was hope and there was perspective to be gained from imagining what the seed could bring us, and then nope, no.
An earlier time. A more innocent time.
A simpler time, as it were.
That's the word I was looking for, but couldn't come up with it, so...
Oh?
Take an alley-oop. Ah, ammo belt too,
Wow.
and Tiny's 5-door cabin, I think. Or 5-door ship, so that's a whiff. Unlucky. A bit of a head-scratcher, that balloon, but... Given that we kind of know that the seed kind of goes off the rails with Mausoleum... It's not ideal. And yeah, Mumbo's going straight to Galleon. Or going straight to Castle. He knows that Castle's got the goods. At least it's got DK. Oh, there's a key up there. Is that key 3? Oh my god.
Something like castle surrounding is on the path to doesn't really matter.
It's key 8, which
has to be.
Okay, well, we might just be going mega out of logic here. Well, no, are we? No, because barrel's triangle, and then triangle got you balloon, and then this is just key 3 right here. So we're actually not even out of logic for this. Nice.
Cool. We also didn't even need to do trophy flip, the most toxic trick in the game, because we had all of the moves in order to get up here logically.
That's kind of wild. I mean, that keeps it simple, eh?
Yeah.
The flip is faster, but if you don't mess it up, which is very easy to mess up. That's not an easy flip to do.
I was about to say, it's definitely, there's a reason that I am not a racer in any capacity. I mean, several, but one of them is that I would have to learn trophy flip, and I just steadfastly refuse to learn it. It is so toxic and evil.
It's one of those things that you just kind of have to know how slopes work in this game to have any hope of, like, cracking the case on that one. Because it's weird, that's for sure. How much longer does it take doing logic? Well, you have to, like, pick up the boulder and, like, put the boulder somewhere, and
maybe 10
is really
seconds.
slow. And
maybe 10 seconds.
And you can,
and
like,
hey, here's Donkey Kong.
There's DK. And you can, like, prep a flip immediately. And a tactical fall off the cliff is actually kind of crazy. That was definitely intentional. Because it puts him right at the rocket barrel. Alright, Mumbo's cooking. The random portal entrances to levels lets you cook so hard on castle routes. They go all over the place. Nothing on roof dirt. Keep going. The believers win for once. That's crazy. Oh, rocket barrel potion. Don't mind if I do this.
Hey, look. It's castle surroundings.
Surroundings
which
ended.
That was on the path to 8.
What could this be? Is this our blast? If this is blast, that's really weird, because then what the heck is on tree sniping? Do we even care? Like,
we still need to find sniping somewhere, though. That's the other thing. So this could just also be sniping.
I guess we need to find it, but, like, I guess all of the stuff that we're getting Way of the Horde hinted is in service of Chunky K. Rool? Because, like, oh, it's guitar. Guitar is the $1 million question. We really hope this is guitar, then? Oh, there's Vine. Okay, so now I think we can pretty comfortably put guitar in the mausoleum. Vine's on the path to only key 8, and the last thing we need for key 8 is, I guess we need blast, but blast would also get you whatever's in tree sniping, which I guess might be, I mean, that might be path that could be Hunky Chunky, that could be Gorilla Gone, that could be...
So while Larak is misfiring over here, I do want to remind everybody that you are watching a Season 4 race for DK64 Randomizer. If you have any questions or are intrigued by this and would like to learn more about the only 3D Donkey Kong platforming game on Twitch right now, head over to DK64Randomizer.com.
Yes, sir. Some people would call my ramblings crashing out. I would call it ulting. I'm ulting all over the scene. My brain is firing on all cylinders. No misfires.
All gas, no brakes.
Yes, sir.
I don't expect this arena to have anything, but you still gotta check it because you're here, right?
Alright, now I have to defend my honor. These runners won't do minigames that are more than 30 seconds, but doing a logic takes 10 seconds longer. So, yes, they will save 10 seconds by doing a really hard trick because they can. For one, they'll have swagging. And two, doing a minigame, you're comparing the minigame time to the next best golden banana, which could be a shop banana, which is really fast. So, your standards for minigames have to be pretty high. Because at the end of the day, it's basically just filler on your way to 64. You're doing it for no other reason. So is this the fastest thing I could do to get to 64? A lot of the times it is, but not all the time. If you get a horrible minigame, then you are not doing it. Like a longer maze, those tend to suck. There's not too many of those, though.
We got our super duper slam hint, which was there and gone immediately.
I think that was Galleon Caves, if I'm not mistaken. Just going on colors and vibes.
Hashtag mood. I don't hate those locations.
I mean, I don't care. That's what I'm thinking. I don't care. I don't think we need them. Who needs it? I don't need it. Galleon caves indeed. I mean, I can't think of anything we need a slam for. Galleon does have a lot of... Not a lot, but a couple really annoying red slam checks that would be kind of a problem. Factory is loaded with slam checks, but that would only need one of them. And then our last level's Forest, which does not have a ton. There's a handful. Not my favorite blue slam level, that's for sure.
I mean, at least it's not Japes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did Barry, like, twirl up to get key 3? Oh, yeah, that's also just as good. That's a really easy cut as well. Just twirling up there. A lot of ways to get up there, turns out, but people love finding ways to do it with even less. The science of donk, monkey science, if you will, has advanced much over the years.
Fairy is a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I don't hate the museum check. I mean, you have everything to do it. Okay, apparently he hates it. Oh, I completely missed that one. What does that hint?
I think that hint was foolish to check treasure room, which...
Well...
Not unfounded, but to say that's a potion, that's grape shot, that's...
Oh, wow. That's really good. That's really, really good, because now you can do the mausoleum out of logic. You don't really need sprint for it. You just need to move fast, so...
That's also a very, very tech-heavy, but... Again, we're kind of watching people who are in the upper echelons, like who consistently place when they don't forfeit races. They consistently place in the top 5.
Sprintless Mausoleum, it's not that tight. It's not tighter. I think stealing the sprint cage in the prison is harder. Your timing on the Mausoleum is like pretty lenient. Sprint makes you go fast, but not that much faster. And the timer is still hilariously generous. I mean, geez, Mumbo isn't even picking up chunky CBs. I guess he knows that he's not getting the medal, so he's just throwing it to the wind. I don't know if I'm that brave, but...
Yeah, that's a choice that he's making.
I think that's a reasoned experience choice. Okay, that's a second surroundings key 8 hint. That makes me think that the tree actually has guitar. Tree sniping for guitar would make a lot of sense, I think. Unfortunately, we don't know where Sniper is, and that's the critical
crux
item.
Of the matter, yeah.
That is the critical item. You need Sniper to do that check. There's no getting around that. We do have another levels worth of hints to get. We can go to Forest. We can go buy our key 4 and get the Forest. No problem. And then we have all our keys sorted, and then it's just a matter of finding our guitar and finding... I guess it's just guitar. And if we think guitar is in the tree, then it's just a matter of finding Sniper. So yeah, so you just line up as low as you can get. Well, not quite as low as you can get because the stairs might clip it. You can hear the shot get hit. We don't have his audio, but he heard it and just started rolling. And you will beat this by like a good 3 seconds a lot of the time. And even if you get there, like, as the timer expires, it's, like, hilariously slow. Okay, so this is our guitar. Perfect. Okay, cool. That's one of our problems. Wait, is that our... Is that everything solved? Wait. This is the item we needed. We do need Blast. So I guess that means Sprint has to be somewhere in the surroundings then, right? I'm reading this right? Because this is our last thing we need for key 8. Well, I guess we need Blast, too. Oh. Oops. I dropped my mic. We're good. Crisis averted.
Shipyard outskirts dead as well. Oop, another yes! Who is not there?
Oh, Funky. What are we doing here, man?
What are we doing?
Dog. You know, that could be Blast, actually. If Funky is in the surrounding somewhere. I think we can be pretty confident, or, yeah. Question is where in the surroundings is he? Oh, you know what? I totally forgot we need Mini Monkey still. We still need Mini Monkey to do Tiny K. Rool. That's kind of a problem. We're short quite a few items, actually. We have Lanky K. Rool solved, no problem. We need Mini Monkey for Tiny K. Rool, and I think we can rule out everything except Chunky K. Rool. Which means we still need Gorilla Gun and Hunky Chunky, I think. Despite the fact that our hints have not told us, have not given us a whiff of Chunky K. Rool. Bleh. Maybe it's DK. It could be Donkey K. Rool if Blast is in like a really easy spot. But given that we know we need Blast to get into Helm for Key 8, and we have a lot of a weird amount of unresolved Key 8 hints, I feel like it's more likely that Blast is just like hinted already, and which would rule out Donkey K. Rool. A lot of the tree sniping theories outright rule out Donkey K. Rool, so I think we can kind of look away from that and start getting worried about our green vials. What is Mumbo cooking here? Oh, he's grabbing coins, he's gonna go get his key 4, and then probably run into Forest, I wager.
I think Forest at this point, if nothing else, Forest has, I believe you can access all of the hints in Forest now.
Yes, sir.
So with that there, if nothing else, it will point you in multiple directions.
I feel like this bongo's check too. You know you got Balloon. You got Balloon. Well, do I? Maybe I don't, actually. Triangle is on the path to Key 3 and Key 8, but that's solved, because it got you Balloon, which gets you Key 3, and Triangle is needed for Helm. So I actually don't know that we need Balloon or Bongos for anything else. I think we're just kind of chilling on that. We don't have, like, main aisle path hinted. That would tell us what to do with our Balloon. We only have information on Triangle, which is pretty weak, actually. I don't know if the rotating cabinet is enough. It's good density, so it's probably worth doing regardless, but I don't think you are likely to get anything out of this. Also, a nice flip up to the top of rotating cabinets. That's a flip that's really annoying. Well, okay, I call it really annoying because I haven't really, like, put a lot of legwork into it yet. As soon as I can do it, it'll be trivial. Just to be clear. I have to, you know, be honest about it.
I appreciate the brazen confidence of just being like, it's hard if I can't do it, and if I can't do it, it's super easy. And
I'm keeping it honest. I'm keeping it real, right? We can be real and say that's where we're at. That's fine.
Larock is the barometer by which we measure all tricks in DK64Randomizer.com.
No, just me. I will be aggressively biased towards things I can do and hate things I can't do. It's just the way of the world. Barry landed the same thing for the mausoleum skip, nice and easy. Rolling, especially with DK. DK makes it so easy. You can. It's easy enough you can actually make it lanky. Can we measure in Larox? What am I, the SI unit of arrogance? I would love that for me. I would love that for me. That, I would, and maybe that's a little too on the nose, but I would love that for me.
Fungi Forest with Chunky in order to get Blast.
Oh,
cool.
What? How does that? How do we square that circle?
We'll get there eventually, I'm sure of it.
What? Because that's on the path to Key 8. Chunky? Oh.
At least I'm pretty sure that that's what that said. I would like to be wrong, but I don't think I am. Forest Shop Tiny Phase, so that's going to resolve our Mini Monkey. Unless it's some ridiculous, like, we're gonna grab one thing, it's gonna be a move that you need to get another move, and it's unhinted, and, you know, this, that, and the other thing.
We're good. Keep it simple. I mean, Funky's even open, so we don't even have to worry about that. Okay, actually, it could be on Funky. That'd be a little bit of a worry, but given that I suspect the most likely case for our castle, or our unsolved castle surroundings hint is that it is Funky, I think it's unlikely that Funky sells our feather. I think it's much more likely, say, Cranky, who's right here, and has a potion for Diddy. Thank you. Amen. Right, force with Chunky for Blast, but that does not help a lot. Fair enough, Mini Monkey, nice and easy. Don't need to worry about that. Force Tiny Metal, goodbye. Goodbye, sayonara, au revoir. I may have spoken too soon there, but I will just choose to... I'll just choose to die on that hill, that's fine.
Pride cometh before the fall. That's all I'll say.
It sure does, tell you what. I got no shortage of either.
Pride and falling.
Forest with Chunky, where might you take that? I mean, you can't do face shooting. You can get his medal is free. Do we need a slam?
There we go. Now we're cooked with portals.
Okay, Outer Isles 2 potions. That's weird. We've seen one of them, but not the other.
Yeah, we've seen one. Oh hey, wouldn't you know it? We have Rocket Barrel and trombone and barrels and the thing that I said that it was probably gonna, or it would be funny if it was earlier.
All right, slow down. That's main aisle. We're good.
Never mind. Fooled you.
We're good. We're good. So there's just not a lot of Outer Isles checks, which makes it weird. So it could be BFI. It could be Pound the X. Or it could be Cabin Isle Dirt, but I think we just saw Cabin Isle Dirt on the way in, so probably not that.
Yeah, we saw the Cabin Isle Dirt was a rainbow coin, so that ain't it.
That's pretty nice. If we had Shockwave.
Yeah.
Alright, do you climb the mushroom for Chunky's medal here? I feel like given how few options you have for DK, or for Chunky checks in Forest, I feel like you kind of have to at least strongly consider it.
Yeah, I'm gritting my teeth right now, just running through all of the logic in my head with Chunky, and you're short up.
You could do Kegs.
Kegs is really live right now because you do have grab, but you need logically you need to have slam for it, right?
No. Yes, you do.
Yes.
Ooh. That's cheeky,
we can do it out of logic, but it doesn't really matter.
It's probably not path because of how slams work, because slams love doing that.
That's why we have that super hint at the end.
You could get either slam, which makes neither of them path. It's don't mess. But yeah, you really hope it's there. The problem is that would make a ton of things way of the Horde. Barrels, which got path hinted actually, but it's path hinted to key 8, so that would be fine. That would be fine because Blast would kill Donkey K. Rool, which is unfortunate. Like, you kind of want it to be Donkey K. Rool at this point, so you don't have to worry about Gorilla Gon and Hunky. I am kind of freaking out about this last phase, I'm not gonna lie. I think the most likely scenario is that it is Donkey K. Rool and is Forest Chunky Metal for Blast. I think that's the most likely scenario right now. It's just that Way of the Horde punch is ruining things because we have no Chunky K. Rool info. We don't know. We haven't confirmed or denied Chunky K. Rool yet, which is really terrifying because if it is Chunky K. Rool, we have no information on 2 moves for Chunky K. Rool, which is awful.
No, it'll be fine.
Fun for who? Riddle me this.
Hey, look, content, all right?
Content indeed. Content indeed.
We're gonna throw for content. I don't know if I care for doing this check before getting the hint, but, you know, it's a choice.
The beam? Oh, I love this. This is too quick.
No, I'm saying I would do it. I agree with doing it. I'm saying that I think that I would probably prioritize getting the hint before going after beam.
The hint was the boss portal, so there's no hint there.
Never mind.
Yep. Hard luck. Unfortunately, he definitely came there for the hint, but it was like, you know, I may as well give the Anthill a rock concert. Give him some.
Oh man, wouldn't you know what you could also do while you're here?
Oh?
Owl.
I'm not doing owl. No way.
No, why not?
Maybe I'd peek him, but
it'll be fine.
I would literally rather roll into the abyss of the anthill and respawn at the portal. You're not doing the rabbit, that's for sure. You could do the owl.
Yeah, it's not, I'm not going to even peek the rabbit. No. Just straight up, that's getting to know out of me, dog.
The tricky thing with it could be the tricky thing with the Owl is that we know Guitar is pretty well hinted. Guitar is probably just key 8 at this point. Given that Vines is key 8 and Vines got you Guitar, it pretty much has to be only key 8 for Guitar, which means it would have to get you exactly Blast, which you're kind of already hoping is somewhere else. Avernus Rolling Potion, we know what it is. That was our Diving. God bless. Bless up finding Diving. We were running out of options for it too. It was getting a little spooky, but turned out to be fine. Can we get Galleon Chunky Metal to give us the goods? I guess Barry is actually climbing the mushroom and scooping up most of the chunky CBs out of here. I think Mumbo is
Potion on minecart.
Oh my god, it could just be here. I completely forgot about chunky minecart. It could just be here. This might actually be the best case scenario. Put Blast here, and then I would soft lock in Donkey K. Rool if I got Blast here, I think.
Pretty sure it's going to be third melon. Like, this is just way too easy for it not to be third melon.
It is prime to be third melon. This is prime third melon territory. Prime bait ammo belt. Prime just garbage. I think I would be willing to commit to just assuming it's Donkey K. Rool and not worrying about chunky K. Rool phases.
Well, we still have at least 3 more hint doors to look at. We have Factory Prod. We have the 2 hint doors in Mills.
So riddle me this then. What are the odds that one of those hint doors points you a path hint to Chunky Minecart versus your path hint to one of Hunky Chunky or Gorilla Gun, which you just desperately hope it is?
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I will say that at some point you will just hit a wall.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to get that hint too. So like, if you actively seek out your hints, you can know for sure, but it might cost you time to go look at your hints. And at this point, I think if this is Blast.
It's Blast.
It's Blast. All right, are you willing to actually send it here?
We're still missing a sniper scope, I believe.
For what? What are we doing, sniper?
Tree sniping game?
Yeah, but why? What would we do it for? That's what I'm asking. What item do we need? We don't need anything else. To beat Helm, we've got Blast to get up there. We've got Guitar, we've got Rocket Barrel, we've got Triangle. We can beat Helm. And then to beat K. Rool, we've got everything we need for Tiny Phase, we've got everything we need for Lanky Phase, and then assuming it's Donkey Phase, we're good to go. But if it's not Donkey Phase, we're kind of in trouble. So I think Mumbo's probably just in GB mode at this point. I think it is a reasonable call to assume it is Donkey Phase, given how easy it was.
That's a good point from the chat. Sprint is likely in tree for Logic Guitar.
Ooh, that's true. We are out of Logic Sprint. Right. So there is an item that you can place in that Way of the Horde tree sniping. That would make sense. So I'm pretty happy to just leave it. Let sleeping dogs lie. And then you could find sniping in the surroundings somewhere. Maybe it's in... Well, no. The surroundings hint is probably just for tree sniping.
Did we do trash can at some point?
It doesn't really matter if it can't be trash because trash or mini is only Tiny K. Rool. So
thank you.
It would not be in the trash. We did greenhouse. We did shed. I don't think I can put sniping. I don't think you can put sniper in the surroundings at this point. It can also be funky on tree sniping, and then you just run around to the wherever that potion was. That potion was in castle.
That was in castle, yes.
Yeah, and it could be that potion is your sprint. That would also work. It'd be kind of annoying because that would be like an extra layer of semi-unhinted garbage. You'll love to see that. In any case, I don't think these guys are worried about it at all. I would be worried about Chunky K. Rool because that could ruin your day. See, that's the thing. That would ruin your day for sure.
When we were talking about going after our hint doors and everything like that, that just screams to me foul. Like, we need to be mindful of that. And That's why I'm thinking sniping game is still, if perhaps worth it isn't the right term, then at the very least not worth it. Not worth sticking your nose in and seeing what's there.
So the way the world we're living in right now, if it is Donkey K. Rool, we are in go mode 100%. If it is Chunky K. Rool, we're missing completely unhinted Gorilla and completely unhinted Hunky Chunky. We have loads of negative info in the form of, like, it's not Peanut, it's not Barrels, it's not Triangle, it's not Vines, it's not Mini, it's not Feather, it's not Camera. Lots of good info to tell you what it's not. Unfortunately, basically no good positive info for Hunky Chunky or Gorilla. And because we have, like, no info on it at this point, it doesn't seem likely to me that it's going to be our ticket. This is kind of crazy. It's going to be a GB race at this point. They're both going to be getting real close. They are choosing to come back to the same location because this is probably their best, most GB dense area at this point. Maybe production, maybe. 49 for Barrie plus 7 blueprints puts him at 56. 52 plus 8 blueprints from Mumbo puts him at 60. Mumbo's probably looking for like 1 or 2 GBs, and then he's just going to dive Helm. And he's running to the shops, I think. Mumbo, I know Mumbo, he writes down GBs on shops. He's a GB shop noter, and he'll just be like, yep, this area has 4 GBs on shops. I'm running straight there. Whereas Barrie is a little bit shorter, so he's got to do stuff like the blast course to like stretch a little bit. That's a good start. And the new paradigm of the Helm door has turned Helm into quite the gamble. You can enter with less than 64 and just hope you find the remainder in Helm. Very good odds you get at least 2 GBs. But if you're trying to press your luck past that, it's quite the gamble. And that puts Mumbo to 62, so he's probably got to be feeling real good about this. Well, besides the potential Chunky K. Rool landmine. Man, we haven't had a good K. Rool phase jump scare in a while. I remember back in like season, I think it was season 2 that we got an unhinted Diddy phase out of nowhere. That was hype.
Every time that we got a jump scare in season 2 was the best stream that I would be doing either comms on or I would be watching in the audience, and it was great every single time. And I miss that jump scare so much.
That scene was a disaster. That's for sure.
God.
That was
oh brother.
I think it was disastrous in the moment, but it actually turned out to be not that bad. But you just never know. You just never know. It's so scary. All right, Mumbo dumping up to 63 GBs here, so he will be cruising. He might not even dump Diddy's 1 blueprint. He might just go to 62 and call it a day. That wasn't the Diddy phase jump scare is an all-timer. We're still talking about it to this day. Ugh. May it never return. Yeah, I think Barrie is also committed to the Helm dive. He's like, all right, put the GBs in the bag, little bro. Or put the GBs in the bag, old man.
53, 4, 7, 8, 9, 61 right now, I believe.
Feeling good. Gotta be feeling good with that. He's gonna be up at 63 by the time he goes up there. Might not dump these chunky ones? Nah, he's playing it safe. I don't blame him. I mean, you have all 5 instruments. You can 100% clear Helm. So what's Barrie going to dump to now? Barrie is chilling at 9 blueprints right now, which puts him to 62. I think he's going to go with that, actually.
I would run at 62. Yeah, absolutely. That's the point that I would just do the run, but he still has to do a mega dump here.
Running at 62 is very reasonable, especially because you haven't checked Upper Crem, you haven't seen Helm Lobby, and you have all 5 instruments. You can do every check in Helm, no problem. Plus, there's the fairies at the end, which very regularly have 1 to 2.
And the battle arena.
Alright, if you're going to the arena, you're probably in trouble, but...
Excuse you? There's a...
That's monkey, alright. That's monkey port. That...
Sure.
You know what? I think that explains our camera to Kongs. I think that actually did it right there. Thank you, game. I was kind of curious. I think we're good. There's camera lock for both monkey port and feather. And you almost certainly needed one of those two to get that medal. You know what? I got time. We're running through Helm. Let me check that. I think you need one of monkey port or feather, guaranteed. Yes, you do. So that explains everything. Perfect.
Interesting that Mumbo didn't play the instrument pad on the top of Helm. Even though it wouldn't have really, like... It's not like he was going to be pounding the X regardless, but it's still, like, you could have had one of the GBs that you were missing there, because even though you're entering with 63, it doesn't matter right now, obviously, but that's just one of those things that I'd be thinking to myself, do I really want to make a fool of myself?
Yeah, I think he's just done, like, you know, 30 to 50 Season 4 seeds and has just a temperature read on the fairies at the back of Helm that just almost always have one, so he might just not even bother. Like, he's going for cutscene skips here. I mean, he got the cut.
Also, yeah, we've got number 64 that was locked inside here, so it paid off in the end, but it's still a matter of, you know.
So the cutscene skip is a 2-frame window, but on one of the frames, it does not remove the force field around the GB. On the other frame, it does. He happened to get the one frame where it did remove the force field, so he's just good to go. No problems. But he's willing to risk that at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure he's pretty comfortable with the knowledge that there will just be a GB on the fairies at the end. But he got the GB anyway. You know, you take the bird in the hand. Yeah. Very funny monkey port location. Would have been really nice to know that earlier, but
absolutely hysterical.
And by earlier, I mean like an hour and 15 minutes earlier. 2 for 2 on cutscene skips. He is gaming. This Mumbo guy is rolling. There he's rolling through Helm. All right, moment of truth. If you happen to be playing a 3D Donkey Kong game right now that may or may not exist, you know, and we're your background audio, now is the time to lock in, because this is like the single most important moment in this whole seed. Is it Donkey K. Rool? Because if it's not Donkey K. Rool, we've got problems. We've got big problems. So we gotta look at this wall here to confirm. Take a look.
It's Donkey K. Rool.
It's Donkey K. Rool. You may now return to your regularly scheduled programming. We're good. Reason Go mode at an hour 20. That's crazy fast.
Yeah. Wow.
This seed is super fast. I mean, yeah, you gotta sit through a tiny phase, but this is like a 123 or 124 maybe? Crazy fast. Unhinted Donkey K. Rool, even though the hint for it exists somewhere, and we know it exists somewhere. This is a jet for sure. Jumbo jet. 25? I don't know, I just made up numbers. I speak with enough air of authority that I can, like, make myself believe it, which is a little dangerous, but...
You are the Lord of Logic, after all, so
yeah,
anything
like,
that you say does have to go.
The other problem is that people will believe me and then just start saying it, and then... That's kind of how we got 2% going. That was, like, napkin math 2%. I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but we just call it a 2% anyway.
Unlucky. At this point, it's just funnier to do that.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
2%.
It fits well, but I don't.
I mean,
I'm also not doing
the hubris of it. Respectfully, the hubris of it was just so good.
I'm not doing the math to recalculate it. Somebody else can do it, and then we can all call it a 1.28% or whatever. But
that would require somebody in the Discord or one of the developers to think about it. You know what we don't do here? Think about it.
We don't do thinking on the restream, but I think you greatly underestimate the Discord. They will do a lot of thinking about a lot of things. Yeah, if we needed that sniper to get that sprint, we would be in a lot more trouble. That's for sure. We have no leads on that, I think. Well, no, we have the surrounding lead, but like, I think what you do is you would go in the tree and check like the splat inside the tree and just like pray to the high heavens it's there. Like just pull Funky off the splat and then run around and pick up your. Well, no, you would just pray to the high heavens it's just straight up sniper in the tree, because we haven't seen any shared shop thing from Funky. Yeah, this is why you gotta know your logic breaks. You can sometimes just save a huge amount of headache by skipping one move. That said, and to see this fast, you know it's going to be a logjam in the race time to see who finishes first. And when you know it, nobody is done. Mumbo is playing for first place right now. And in hour 22 in your NK Rool in your second phase, you're feeling great. This is a great one. Even if you feel like you maybe like beef the training grounds a little bit, you gotta be feeling real good about this time.
It is a little funny that you mentioned that nobody had finished
Shut
yet.
up.
Literally as you said it.
Shut the front door.
Literally as you said it.
God.
Almost to the second, mind you.
Shut the front door.
100%. Almost to the second.
That dang blasted Car 75 is locked in first place at a time of 1:22.44. What an absolute monster. I mean, Mumbo's trying up a crazy time. That's a PB for Connor, of all people. That's those don't come all. A seed this fast doesn't come in all that often, and boy, howdy, he's made the most of it.
100%.
This could be a PB for a lot of people. I don't know what Mumbo's fastest time is, but he's working his way into the last phase now, and yeah, he's looking at a 1:24 maybe. Last phase is a lanky phase. It's like a minute or two. I don't know. What's your fastest lanky phase? I don't even know. Somebody knows for sure. Like 90 seconds maybe?
Oof.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it seeds like this. You know, here come the snipes come rolling in, but let's watch Mumbo clutch it out.
Are we gonna get both of our runners in the top 5?
Are we gonna get them in the top 10 at this point?
Definitely top 10. I would be. My mind would be blown if Barrie does not make top 10. Like something terrible would have occurred. But we've already got first, second, and third. The distance and time between first and third place is 90 seconds.
I'm gonna have to apologize. This is my fault. I had the audacity to assume that they were playing for first place, and then Universe immediately owned me. It's on me. It's my bad. My bad, man.
Icarus has flown way too close to the sun on stream. We are here to bear witness to his fall.
That's my existence on the regular. There you go. Wouldn't you know it? It's a PB for Mumbo as he clocks in at a 1:25.04. Fourth place in the lobby behind Connor, Alpha, and Charles Yarls. 3 very fast players. Is a very fast seed. If you drop a 1:25 and get fourth, that's crazy. Absolute monster of a
90-minute seeds are what we were getting at the end of Season 3 when we were doing the comms at the end of all of the races. Like, that's a cup of coffee seed right there. I will not say the thing that everybody wants us to say when we're describing our seeds, but that's definitely very fast.
A jumbo jet indeed. We are joined by Mumbo. How you doing, Chief?
Greetings. I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, could be worse. We could have gotten sniped 3 times in K. Rool. That's
I mean,
savage.
Like as soon as I went to Isles Cranky, I was like, okay, I'm not winning this one.
Hey, speaking of which, when you saw that Isles Cranky had a potion, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
I lose. I mean, like, I stand by my decision to not visit Isles Cranky at every point except when I went to Galleon. Going to Galleon instead of going to Isles Cranky was a mistake, but because there's nothing to do in Galleon. But like, I didn't have good coins. I usually go to Isles Cranky when I have 9 coins with both comms that I have, and I just didn't have good coins at any point. And obviously, there was nothing pulling you to Isles Cranky. There was always something to do. But it was definitely a mistake going to Galleon first. And I don't think it lost me that much time, but
it definitely would have sped you up some. We saw Barrie checked Isles Cranky probably, I think, before going to get Lanky, so he knew there was a Lanky push in there.
Yeah, I was just so late to Sax.
Yeah, that definitely, it made your first couple levels.
Yeah.
I think your factory clear would have been worse, and your Galleon clear would have been worse.
Yeah. Oh, the Galleon clear for sure.
And that makes
life-changing.
Yeah, that makes the difference, I wager, between.
And it really sucked too, having to, after getting Chunky, like, I didn't have any levels to clear. So then I had to go back, and I was like, wait, I need coins. And it's there. Maybe I could have gone to factory or something, but going to Galleon was fine. But it's just so slow, like jumping across the surface of the water to go get coins so I could afford that potion. So I think just not having Chunky really sucked for me.
Nevertheless, some speedy times as Barry clocks in at a... Let me roll him in. Barry clocks in at a 127.21, another PB for him. GG's. How you doing, Chief?
Mornin. Place.
Mornin.
GG's.
GG's. Damn.
GG's. Fourth and fifth place. Not too bad, if only for the 3 people like 1 minute ahead. Just...
Yeah, noobs, all of them.
All of them, for
Yeah.
sure. Crazy fast.
man.
I will say that when we began the stream and we were talking about our runners, I had mentioned that these people that are runners here very frequently finish in the top 5 of any races that they participate in. And wouldn't you know it, they both finished just in the top 5.
We did it. Good job.
Yay. Yeah. Man. I didn't think that seed was going to be a jet. Fell.
It
felt
was
like-
definitely looking like it, especially like you get the blast
mean-
micro hint and you're like, wait, I have nothing left to do.
Assuming
yeah,
it's not, assuming Blast isn't in a horrible spot, which it was in a very nice spot. There was an outside shot of the greatest
outside.
disaster of all time of Chunky K. Rool. If Chunky
That
K. Rool
was
showed up,
possible.
if Chunky K. Rool showed up on the wall, it would have been legendary.
Dude, I was
so many
thinking
things
that.
would have had to go wrong for that to even be possible.
Yeah.
I was thinking that because Punch was never hinted
Uh-huh.
on the shops, and I was like,
It was WAP hinted.
okay.
Oh yeah.
It was Wath hinted, but it wasn't Path hinted. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a chance, but with none of your path hints being path to Chunky and just no
Yeah.
path to Chunky hints with 3 moves out there, it was just so unlikely. I was like, I might as well. And I was thinking that too. I was like, if it is Chunky
Yeah.
phase, then it blows up in my face spectacularly, and that's funny. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
did
think that's a reasonable hill to die on. That
I
said,
did the slow.
you might well have died if that was the hill you died on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think I did the slow path of getting Chunky's things in Forest. I first thought about the metal. I probably should have just rushed straight to the. It would have been nice if I would have gotten a GB, but it was a melon, so.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Chunky melon Forest.
Oh,
I did that before peeking the rank art.
Yeah, I agree that I think doing the metal is actually fine, especially you spawn in Mushroom Side, so it makes sense to kind of just do all that while you're
It
getting
was
GBs.
It was a good spawn for it.
And
But
then-
yeah, that's really all
Yeah,
it
who
came down
knows
to.
if I would have rushed for it, you know.
Kind
we'll
of really all it comes down to. Just the most efficient final clear of Forest, assuming it all assumes the blast turns up where you want it to. But I suppose
Yeah,
you may be able to soothsay it. You may be able to sweet talk it into just being nice today. Sure enough, it was.
because where was the worst place it could have been? Like, I guess on the face game, is that the worst?
Kegs. Kegs would
But
have.
you had everything for kegs, didn't you?
It would have been real weird though.
Oh,
because
you didn't have slam.
The slam is what's really weird.
Needed slam, yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody find slam?
Alright.
Not that I know
I'm
of.
wondering where
not of
Sprint
you.
and Sniper is.
We do not know where Sniper is. That's for sure. Best case scenario, it's on the Kasplat in the tree, as far as I can tell. Anywhere else, it's pretty awful. So, because it's not in the trash can because Mini is not path to key 8. Path to key 8. It's not in the shed. It's not in the greenhouse. I'm looking at the unresolved castle surroundings hint.
Oh, did anybody figure out what Castle Tree Way of the Horde was? I think that's Sprint, is it not?
That's got to be your sprint. So then the question is, where's your sniper? If you needed.
Oh,
that. And that's
yeah,
the-
because you do need
Oh,
sniper
boy.
for that. Yikes.
I suppose the
We
surroundings hint could be just pointing at sprint. Now that I think about it, but that would be like a double hint with the way of the horde hint. So I
Yeah,
think it's decently likely that
Right.
that sniper is also there, but there's really not a lot of spots for it. It would pretty much have to be like on the Kasplat or like Chunky Tree Sniper.
Yeah.
Or no, it can't be Chunky Tree Sniper because that would take sniper. Idiot.
What about Funky? Anybody find him?
No.
Neither of you did. That is also where I think Sniper was going to be. It was gonna,
Oh,
I
Yeah,
I
that's what I thought,
believe
too.
that that's where the Sniper was going to be inside Castle Funky.
The problem is we didn't see any shared Funky shops with vials.
yeah.
This
We
is true. This
thought-
is true.
2 Kong only shops.
So you could have pulled a vial off a Funky and then found Sniper with it, but then you're like a step removed from the logic, and then you have like 3 things unhinted in a chain in order to get your Sniper, and then it's just oh boy. At that point, that's just so unlikely to happen that I wouldn't bet on it. My guess is the Tree Splat, but if it's not there, then things get really weird really quickly. That's a really convenient spot for it to be too.
Yeah, exactly. But in the same vein, it's like if you're planning on doing tree sniping, it's kind of an inconvenient spot because you're like, I don't want to go into the tree till I have this.
Yeah, it takes like a pretty strong read on your hints to be like, nah, there's no way there's overlap on these hints. Because the other scenario is that it's just completely unhinted. Like if it is in fact your tree sniping getting hinted, then you have no help on Sniper. Good luck. Have fun. Here's the rest of the game.
Skipped like 10 hints. Maybe that's a 1,
That too.
6, 7, 8. I skipped 8 hints this seed, so I don't know about Barry. I didn't get anything in Galleon.
Oh, we saw a lot of those Galleon hints. No help, of course. I think there were a lot of.
Let's see if you are correct here, friend. Got the splat. Nap, swing and a miss.
That's not good. Well,
not good at all.
I don't think he can be on the ferry here because
It
camera
can't be.
Camera's in path 8, so it's just.
The tree is funky, so
Oh.
one of the other two. Well, actually, what about
Excuse
the?
you?
Okay, so the
What
tree
about
is
the ferry?
The tree is funky. Where does a Sniper turn up? Oh no, that's not good.
Oh, that's bad. That
Well,
would put
Funky
sounds funky.
Funky sells sprint, so that's probably fine. But then
That's
where?
fine. Yeah,
That's
not the
just a
issue.
completely unhinted Sniper. Then that's heinous, as they say.
They're cruel.
Yeah, the guitar location. I mean, vines is kind of a big clue. There aren't very many vines checks, and I probably wouldn't have checked that without the vines, like finding vines in surroundings.
Did you?
But
not
that guitar is very easily missable.
Did you not get the Mausoleum hint? That must have been one of the Galleon hints.
Oh, no, I did not get the mausoleum hint.
The Mausoleum was way the Horde hinted, and that pretty much just solved everything. I think.
Makes sense.
Well, combined with the vines location, it was like, yep, that's where our guitar is. Life is good.
Yeah, and Grape just being in the shop too.
Uh-huh.
That bailed it out real well. That's for sure.
I was like,
This is so convenient.
yeah.
Oh gosh, that
Yeah,
Grape
if
is.
that Grape was like somewhere else, then who knows how long we would have been on.
There is a weird amount of unhinted stuff, but I guess there's a fair amount of unknown knowledge.
I think we just got lucky, you know.
Sometimes you kind of have to get lucky to get a time this fast, I suppose. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I can see this being like, well, in the other direction if it's
kind
the
of
other way around.
I feel like your hints would
You
play
know?
out differently if it were that ugly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think because the Grape was in a nice location, it made it more likely for it to go unhinted and so on and so forth. There's so the probability is a mess. I don't know. Nevertheless, we could yap about it forever, but that's quite the times for the two of you. Two new fastest times.
Uber Jet Seed.
Uber Jet Seed. That's for sure.
So right now, as of this moment, we have our first through 10th place. The time separating first and 10th place is 10 minutes and 4 seconds. So 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th both completed just over the half hour, and first through 6th completed just underneath the half hour. So
we have a dead heat in 9th and 10th. That's wild.
Yeah,
Don't see that every day.
Wow.
We have a Japes Boss Way of the Horde.
What?
Nani?
Excuse me?
I think I found
Excuse
Sniper
you?
Boys.
No way. oh my lord.
That was the Japes Coconut hint, by the way.
I bet people found that too, because you could definitely have checked the Japes boss, I think, with what you had.
Excuse you?
Maybe, I don't know. What's the number? 66? Oh, you would definitely.
Oh, you could have done that 1,000 years ago.
And that makes sense too, because Barrels was unexplained to 8, right? Am I making that up?
Barrels got you. Triangle.
Got you.
No. Was it triangle?
Oh, Barrels did get you triangle.
Barrels got you
You're
triangle.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it was explained.
Yeah.
Barrels also got you balloon, which got you coconut, which got you this, that, and the other
Riddle
thing.
me this: is this even a Barrels boss? This could be Mad Jack for all we know.
That's true.
just ruin your life. Well, now we gotta know before we send the people off to return to their regularly scheduled 3D Donkey Kong game that shall not be
A
named.
little sad about those 2 boss checks that didn't work out either.
That was a good try. I think they were both reasonable, but it was not so nice.
Yeah, I don't like leaving levels with Kong hints if I can do something, and both those bosses were doable. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
All right, that wraps up everything
All right,
nicely.
that is a clear vial on the Japes boss.
Almost certainly sniper.
That's
Nice.
gross.
Unpuffy.
Gross. It's Puff Toss. Well, we're spared some agony. I can imagine a lot of people doing that and just hoping it's diving. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I suspect the spoiler thread will be full of that.
I wouldn't be surprised to see people checking Japes' boss just because Japes' colored bananas were hinted to 1.
And 2.
Like, it makes sense to do the metal first, but like if you're just doing like in your route, maybe you just happen upon the boss first.
Yeah.
I got key 1 before the hints.
Yeah. Same.
Anytime that I see colored bananas on the path to whatever, I almost immediately, even if I do get the very obvious move that is pointing me in a particular direction from a metal check, I always go after the boss. It takes me 45 seconds to at least peek what the boss has, and the number of times I have gotten jebaited from getting something and then not realizing, wait, there it was referring to something else in the colored bananas. Fool me once, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fairly sensible to live in the funniest possible world, so I'll give you that.
Yep.
But in this haha funny world, that's a wrap on
Funny
this scene.
ha-has.
Many ha-has were had here. We got a high quality, fast times on DK64 Randomizer.com. Mumbo, Barry, thanks for playing. GG's.
Geez, thanks for having me.
Yep.
Sir.
Thanks for having me too.
Rippy, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise. Anyone else got pluggables before we go?
Well, you know we got pluggables for days. Shout out to all the people watching on YouTube. You know you gotta like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. You know the drill.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. And or ma'am. I don't know who's watching. Y'all are chill.
Guys, gals, non-binary pals.
Amen. That'll wrap it up for us. If you were wanting more action, make sure you're checking out the YouTube channel because we got loads and loads of races. Keep an eye on the community at discord.dk64randomizer.com where we try and schedule this, and this time we didn't, but we try and we try and schedule these and put them up ahead of time. Whoops. And you'll not miss a single one because you can get pinged whenever a restream goes live. Fun times. And one more plug to DK64Randomizer.com. Best 3D DK in the land, because
the only one on Twitch right now.
There's just not any others. Crazy.
Oh my god, I just discovered a second one.
What?
And on that note,
and on that bombshell, we'll send y'all off. Ship y'all off to some.
Good night
Bye.
and morning.
Ship y'all off to turn to the stream and get more DK64 randomizer action in your life. Amen. Catch y'all on the next one. Morning.
Yeah. Morning.
Yeah. Bye.